Hi everyone, my name is Juliane Corona and I am the founder and owner of Placenta Encapsulation. I started this business a little over 3.5 years ago when I first became pregnant with my daughter. And I saw all the amazing benefits that there were from the placenta, and I wanted to bring this here, start it in my town where there was not being offered, and from there it just kind of caught fire, and we've been helping out many women. To date, we've done, as a company, over 1,500 placentas, helping out over 1,500 mommies, and we plan to take this as far as we can, having a mom-made encapsulation in every city across the United States to be able to help every single mom that wants this sort of holistic approach to a natural way of healing her body from her pregnancy and childbirth. So it's kind of a crazy ride, and there's a lot of ups and downs, and on top of that, raising a family. And I thought we should just bring you guys along on the placenta journey. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
With Mercy Southwest, there has been a lot of issues that we've been having with them lately, like within the last 2-3 weeks. Before it was really simple and easy. We would just, the woman would just tell the nurse, hey, I'm keeping my placenta. They would bring her a form to sign. They go over a little bit of information with you. They say things like this, the hospital doesn't recommend for women to keep and eat their placenta just because there's no proven benefits that it actually works. And then they also talk. Yeah. I was like, yeah, but I think I'm still gonna do it. That's fine. Who's your doctor? Dr. Sai. Okay. Is he at San Dimas or no? Yeah. Okay. Then they also talk about the CDC report that happened 3 years ago to a woman in Oregon where she encapsulated her placenta. Her placenta had a bacteria that got transmitted to the baby. Just so you know, did you hear about that? Okay, and just so you know and you feel confident, as crazy and weird as this sounds, your placenta is like any other kind of meat that you eat, like chicken, beef, pork. You can't go to your refrigerator and go pull out a raw pork chop and eat it like that because there's bacteria, obviously, that lives on the raw meat that can make you sick if you eat it like that. So you have to cook your pork chop first, kills the bacteria, makes it safe to eat. It's the same concept with your placenta. So the lady in Oregon, they did what's called the raw method of encapsulation, meaning all they did was just rinse it off and then dry it out. So they never cooked it first. This woman lived in Oregon, and she chose a woman to encapsulate her placenta. Her placenta contained a bacteria, and that bacteria was GBS. And just so you guys know, your placenta is the same as any other kind of meat that you eat. Chicken, beef, pork. You can't go to your refrigerator and pull out a raw pork chop and eat it like that because there's bacteria that lives on that raw meat, and it will make you really, really sick and possibly even kill you. So what you have to do to your pork chop is you have to cook it first, right? There's food safety standards that exist that tell you have to make sure your pork chop is heated up to a certain degree, and that makes it safe to eat because all that bacteria is killed. I cook your placenta first before it gets dehydrated. The woman would just say, I want to keep my placenta. They would just kind of go over a little bit of information like that with you. And then as soon as you delivered the baby, they would put your placenta into a container, and wrap it up, label it with your name, and say have her come within an hour to come pick up the placenta, which is fine. I'm right down the street. Well, then there was some pushback from San Dimas Medical Group, and they were like, we don't support this, and you guys are releasing all these placentas and blah blah blah, it's just unsafe and blah blah blah. So then they were like, okay, well, it has to have the doctor approval, and if the doctor doesn't approve on the release of the placenta, we'll just send it to our lab, and then as soon as the lab clears it and says hey, it's good to go, then I could come and pick it up from the lab. So the whole Mercy Southwest post, that was a big one, and I was just simply trying to inform all of the women that are giving birth about the current status of Mercy Hospital at the time. At the time, Mercy Hospital was not releasing any placentas. Nobody was telling us what the policy was. I was trying to confirm with some of the departments within the hospital, and I was not getting any answers. A lot of moms were delivering there at the time, and the nurses and staff were telling them that the hospital policy is now that they will not be releasing any more placentas, that they have to be coherent or coincide with the whole CDC article.
Kind of like, I think, dance on this delicate rope of not upsetting the doctors and also not upsetting the customers either.
I'm hopeful though that they will be a placenta friendly hospital once again. The following week after the post, they started to release some of the placentas, but I feel like it was just more so out of fear that they were going to lose so many customers, so many patients. So I wasn't going to fall into that trap either of them saying, oh, we're going to release placentas, but yet they haven't given the policy. So that would be very irresponsible of me to let everybody know that they are releasing placentas, but yet there's no policy for them to release to us. So we have to hold them to that policy. So I am continuing to wait until we get that policy from them.
And we're trying to mirror it the same as memorial hospitals, which memorials, they don't care. They'll release the placenta to the moms, no question asked. If a placenta needs to be sent to pathology, if it meets criteria, we send this off to be tested. You said you want to keep it, it's up to you. What do you want? And the moms will say, no, I still want to keep my placenta. I don't want it to go to pathology. So then they would sign an additional release form, basically saying I'm refusing for my placenta to be sent off to be tested. As long as the doctor signs off on it, then you will get it, and they'll respect that.
We start by labeling the placenta. The placenta gets rinsed, the umbilical cord gets removed, and the blood is drained from the veins. We then rinse the placenta of as much blood as we can. We rinse both sides of it, the maternal side and the fetal side. We add fresh squeezed lemon juice to help speed up metabolism, cayenne pepper to help with inflammation, and ginger to act as an antibacterial. We also steam the placenta for 30 minutes until it's cooked to an internal temperature of 220 degrees. We then cut it into pieces, and those pieces get placed onto a dehydrator where they will stay for 12 hours. Once the pieces are done dehydrating, we add them to a blender and they are crushed into a powder. The powder is then put into capsules, and the mom gets to pick whatever flavor capsules that she wants. We then package up all of the pills and put them in our beautiful packaging and deliver them straight to her door. Every day, I get asked by many people how it is that we are able to accomplish so much, how it is that we are still able to service so many moms, how we handle raising our beautiful babies, how we are able to still make time for each other, for our friends. So I'm so excited to be able to bring you behind the scenes and start to show you guys pieces of our life and how this whole crazy, beautiful ride works. And be sure to stay tuned and see more episodes that will be coming.